Rhetoric, rhetoric, rhetoric. It is the opposition's tool to create ruckus without even going through the bill. It's just like you are going to appear the exam without even knowing the syllabus. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to our honorable speaker sir, my dearest opponents and everyone present over here. I am standing here today to speak in favor of the motion that is the implementation of Uniform Civil Code. The very notion of argument against Uniform Civil Code is just futile because the very notion of arguing against Uniform Civil Code is just futile. It's like you are arguing against the rising of the sun and the moving of the earth. Honorable Speaker sir, let's be bold enough to recognize that some debates are not debates. They are just confrontations to common sense. Honorable Speaker sir, I am astonished to see that even in 21st century India, when we have achieved so much technological advancement, when Chandrayaan-3 has reached the moon, but women in India still have to climb the stairs of Supreme Court to uphold their fundamental rights to equality and liberty. Honorable Speaker sir, I would like to urge you to please understand it. Honorable Speaker sir, the Uniform Civil Code can work towards this, eliminating gender discrimination, which is inherent in personal laws, thereby promoting gender equality, justice, and dignity of women. Let me shed some light on the various articles which is mentioned in our Constitution. Article 14, which decrees that the state shall not deprive any citizen the right to equality. Article 15, which is still further fortified by Article 15, which says that the state shall not discriminate. I repeat, the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on various grounds, including gender. And the last, Article 13, which forms the trinity of equality. Article 14, Article 15, and Article 13 forms the trinity of equality. It pronounces that all laws in force, I repeat, all laws in force at the onset of the Constitution shall become null and void if they come in clash with other provisions which is given in fundamental rights. This is the power to guarantee, this is the trump card, this is the power that guarantees that gender equality is not a distant dream, it is a living reality. But why should we promote equality, isn't it, my tragedy bench members? It is too much progressive. We should not progress, we should just remain with our outdated laws. Honorable Speaker sir, Uniform Civil Code does not mean that we have to conform with the same culture and religion. Uniform Civil Code, the implementation of Uniform Civil Code just implies that uniformity in the application of laws, not uniformity in culture or religion. Honorable Speaker sir, one of my opponent bench member has mentioned about minorities. But let me tell you, Dr. B. Ambedkar, who has fought for the minorities, he himself said, and I quote, "A uniform civil code does not mean imposing one culture or one religious belief on the entire nation. It simply means one law for all citizens." I guess my dear opponents are not aware of the distinction. This distinction is crucial as it upholds the multicultural fabric of a diverse country like India, while promoting a shared sense of citizenship and national identity. Honorable Speaker sir, one of my tragedy bench member has also mentioned about pseudo-modernism, but let me clarify that it is not the debate on modernity versus tradition, neither a debate on feminism versus patriarchy. It's rather a debate on culture versus women's rights. Honorable Speaker sir, I would like to conclude by requesting my tragedy bench members to please go through the draft and not just oppose it. It's like you are just opposing without knowing the bill. I would like to remind my opponents that just because there are hurdles in implementing Uniform Civil Code, we can't just oppose it. It's like you are afraid to face the challenge. You are just avoiding the challenge and you are trying to avoid the challenge rather than facing it. I would like to remind them once again that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So, Honorable Speaker sir, I would like to sincerely urge you to move the bill in favor of the motion, that is, the implementation of Uniform Civil Code would bring equality.